Is there a reason I didn't? Danny is. Good morning. I'd like to call to order the November 23rd November 20th Commission Conference in preparation for our regular meeting on Monday, November 24th, 2025. Do we have any speakers?
No one has signed up to speak this morning.
Okay. Mr. Kerr, I think you have a speaker. He's not listening.
I am,
Okay.
sorry. Yes, we have an agenda item this morning related to accepting of a bond deal yesterday. And Josh McCoy is here from PFM, and I just asked him to give a quick update on how the process went and their recommendation to move forward.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Good morning. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, we had a great day in the market. Just a little bit of background. We've been working over the last couple of months to bring the bond offering to market, working with Piper Sandler, your underwriter. We were very successful in meeting with the rating agencies to affirm the county's very strong credit ratings at AA1 Moody's and AA plus stable. So for context, the highest ratings that you could receive would be AAA, and the very next rating under that is a AA1 or AA plus. So the county has very strong ratings, some of the strongest in the state for county governments, and that certainly helped give us a tailwind with going into the market this week for pricing of the bonds. Prior to pricing yesterday, our pricing group worked with Piper Sandler's underwriting desk on determining where we viewed the market for the pricing of the bonds, and negotiated with them their scale for where we would offer the bonds to the market. So we negotiated those yields lower yield, higher price, and then put the bonds out for offering to the market yesterday. We had very strong demand, over 67 million in orders for 27.5 million in bonds offered. So that resulted in a total subscription of right at 2.4 times. So that's demand for your bonds. And so as a result of being more demand for bonds that we had to offer, we were able to negotiate and work with Piper on increasing the price for the bonds which means we were able to lower the yields in several spots. There were, of that 67 million plus in orders, only 25.5 million of those were usable orders. So we did have a couple maturities of bonds offered where we had we did not have full subscription, meaning the demand for those bonds, we might have had on $1 million maturity, maybe only $500,000 was investors were wanting to purchase. And so as we repriced the bonds with Piper, the bonds that we had zero subscription, they offered to purchase at the stated yields with no change in price, which is always good to see that an underwriter is willing to stand behind the scale and purchase the bonds. So that we provided for you in the memo, in our pricing memo, the details of where we renegotiated those prices, and where we were in agreement with Piper Sandler, and then where we were in a disagreement. There were spots where we were able to squeeze out a couple additional basis points for the county. And then with the offer to underwrite, we provided a recommendation to Eddie that you accept the verbal offer, and provided the verbal offer for Piper to purchase the bonds. Overall, considering the market backdrop, we've had a very busy year. Supply of bonds offered year to date has already exceeded all of 2024's supply of bonds offered in the market. But we've had also very solid demand for muni bonds. And so that's helped us keep yields low and also helped with offering the bonds to the market yesterday. So all in all, very good result. The final pricing and inclusive of fees, cost of issuance, and underwriter's discount resulted in an all-in TIC right at 3.96% for 20-year money. That's about 8 basis points lower than where we were estimating rates earlier in the month of November. So all in all, very great outcome. And again, we recommended that you all accept the verbal offer to underwrite and would also recommend that you approve the authorizing resolution in front of you today. So happy to answer any questions.
Sounds like a good report.
Very good. We're very excited. The market's been busy. Alabama supply has been busy. When you look at comps in the market as to where the bonds were offered relative to your pricing in June of 24, where it was a little bit more challenging of a market, we've had a lot greater success this year, and the spreads were comparable, the credit spreads. And when you look at other deals in the market, in Alabama and across the Southeast, we'd say you got a very, very good result.
Okay,
Outstanding. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Item 1, approve minutes of the regular and special meetings as noted. 2, approve a list of claims. 3, hold public hearings so any citizens of the county shall be given an opportunity to be heard for or against any item related to the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance report. And commissioners, we're going to hold over.
I think on second thought, I think we're okay with that one. There's a confusion about another potential appointment. But this one looks
Okay.
good based on what Carrie provides to us.
So 4, approve reappointment of Keith Wise to serve as a member on the Board of Directors of the Industrial Development Authority of Mobile County for a 6-year term.
Whose appointment
It's mine.
is yours? Okay.
5, adopt resolution authorizing Mobile County to protect the county's interests by intervening as a defendant in the simplified seller use tax litigation. 6,
Is there a reason we can't vote on that today?
I have no objection.
You have any objection to voting?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
6, authorize advertising for bids for Michael Square License Commission restroom renovations. 7, approve amending annual appropriation contract with Center for the Living Arts doing business as Alabama Contemporary Arts Center to provide additional funds in the amount of $21,900 from District 1 Commission funds for the Historic Avenue Block Party Healing Festival. 8, approve appropriation contract with the Blue Sleigh in the amount of $8,000 from District 1 Education funds for its Letters to Santa Christmas program. 9, approve Bay Area Women Coalition in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Commission funds for its Trinity Gardens Parade to be held on February 21st. 10, approve Murphy High School alumni boosters in the amount of $6,500 from District 1 Education funds to assist with the cost of operational expenses for Murphy High School tennis program. 11, approve Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $20,000 from District 1 Education funds for auditorium lighting and sound system upgrades and student teacher awards at Centinel High School. 12, approve agreement between Mobile County and the City of Sims for the City of Sims to take over the maintenance of Fire Tower Road from US Highway 98 to Howells Ferry Road for a 3-year term.
Is there a reason this is just 3 years? Is that all the city wanted? Or do we have some prohibition against going longer than that?
Commissioner, that's typical for the municipalities to request as a 3-year term on those maintenance agreements.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner, there are some opinions, some AG opinions that say that type of agreement should be limited to a 3-year term.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
13, approve request from the Alabama Coastal Foundation for sponsorship in the amount of $500 for the 12th Annual Alabama Coastal Foundation Sustainability Summit held on January 30th at the Lodge at Gulf State Park. The purpose of the event is to promote the practice of environmentally sustainable principles. 14, approve amendment number 1 to the subrecipient agreement with the Dauphin Island Sea Lab Mobile Bay National Estuary Program for Mobile County USGS stream gauge reinstatement in the amount of $50,000. 15, approve United States Department of the Interior United States Geological Survey joint funding agreement in the amount of $59,190 for the continued operation of real-time discharge stations at Escatawba Hollow near Wilmer and Big Creek Lake near Seven Hills, the operation of real-time station at 3 Mile Creek at Fillingem Street, and the operation of real-time stage and water quality station at Bayou Sarah at Saraland. An amount of $50,000 will be reimbursed by the USGS Stream Gauge Reinstatement Grant with the Mobile Bay National Estuary